Do you ever feel a sense of restlessness? A quiet hum of dissatisfaction that runs beneath the surface of your busy life? It is a feeling many of us know well. We chase success, we build careers, we gather possessions. Yet, a deeper question often remains unanswered in the quiet moments of our day. What is this all for? This universal search for purpose is a fundamental part of the human experience, a shared journey across cultures and generations. It is a longing for something more than just existing. It is the desire for a life that feels truly meaningful, a life that resonates with a clear and compelling purpose. This feeling isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. On the contrary, it is a sign that you are awake and seeking. You are looking for a map, a guide to navigate the complexities of modern existence. In a world filled with endless distractions and constant noise, finding a clear path can feel overwhelming, almost impossible. Many ancient traditions and philosophies have offered answers to this profound question. They provide frameworks for understanding our place in the universe and how to live with intention. This essay explores one such framework, one that has guided billions of people for over 14 centuries. It is a blueprint found within the pages of the Quran. We are not going to delve into complex theology or abstract dogma. Instead, we will approach the Quran as a practical guide for living. This is about real-world application. It is about discovering timeless principles that you can use to build a more fulfilled and balanced life, starting today. The aim is to be respectful and informative, offering insights that are accessible to everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs. We will explore how this ancient text speaks directly to the modern challenges of stress, anxiety, the feeling of being adrift in a chaotic world. The goal is to uncover the secrets to a life of substance and contentment. In this essay, we will follow a clear and simple structure. I call it the Hook, Teach, Recap method. Hook, Teach, Recap. First, we start with a hook, a question or idea that grabs your attention, like the restlessness we just discussed. Then, we will teach. We will break down the Quran's guidance into 3 core areas that form the pillars of a fulfilling life. Finally, we will recap the key takeaways, making sure the lessons are easy to remember and apply. This structure ensures our journey is straightforward and impactful. You will know exactly what to expect as we move from one section to the next, building a complete picture piece by piece. So, what is this blueprint? The Quran's vision for a fulfilling life is built upon 3 interconnected pillars, each one reinforcing the others. First, we will explore the foundational layer, belief and purpose. This section will explain how having a clear sense of faith, or iman, provides an anchor in life. It gives meaning to our daily struggles and triumphs. Understanding your purpose, your maqsad, transforms ordinary actions into acts of significance. It is the compass that guides all your decisions, from your career choices to your personal goals, aligning them with a higher calling. This is the why behind everything you do. Next, we will move into the second pillar, ethics and relationships. A fulfilling life is not lived in isolation. It is woven into the fabric of our connections with others. The Quran offers detailed guidance on how to build strong, healthy relationships based on core ethical principles. We will discuss the importance of honesty, justice, kindness, forgiveness in all our interactions. This includes our family life, our friendships, and our responsibilities to the wider community. We will look at practical ways to apply these ethics in our daily lives, from how we conduct business to how we resolve conflicts, fostering a sense of social harmony and mutual respect. The third and final pillar we will cover is daily practice and balance. This is where belief and ethics are put into action through consistent, mindful habits. A fulfilling life is not achieved overnight. It is built through small, deliberate routines. We will explore practices like prayer, reflection, mindful speech. We will also examine the Quran's emphasis on balance, avoiding both excess and neglect in all aspects of life. This includes balancing work and rest, managing our resources wisely, caring for our physical and mental well-being. These daily practices create the stability and discipline needed for sustained personal growth and inner peace. This journey is an invitation. It is an invitation to reflect on your own life and consider new perspectives. The pacing will be dynamic. We will start fast to capture the energy of our search for meaning. Then, we will slow down to calmly and clearly explain each concept, allowing time for the ideas to sink in. My goal is to equip you with practical tools and insights drawn from a source of immense wisdom. As you read, I encourage you to think about how these principles might resonate with your own experiences and aspirations. Let's begin this exploration of the Quran's blueprint for a truly fulfilled life. Table of Contents: The foundation of faith, Iman. Discovering your purpose, Maqsad. Submission as liberation, Islam. Life as a test and an opportunity. At the very core of the Quran's blueprint for a fulfilling life lies the concept of Iman, which is often translated simply as faith. But Iman is much more than just a passive belief in something unseen. It is a deep, conscious conviction that settles in the heart and shapes your entire perception of the world. It is the unwavering certainty that your life is not a random accident, but part of a divine plan orchestrated by a compassionate and all-knowing Creator. This conviction acts as an anchor in the turbulent waters of life. When you possess Iman, you understand that every challenge and every blessing has a purpose, preventing you from being overwhelmed by despair or carried away by arrogance. This foundation of faith provides a profound sense of security and stability. Think of it like the deep roots of a mighty tree. Storms may come, winds may blow, seasons may change, but the tree remains steadfast because it is firmly grounded. In the same way, Iman grounds you. It gives you the strength to face uncertainty with courage and to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with a calm and resilient spirit. It is the answer to that feeling of restlessness we spoke of earlier. The Quran suggests that this inner turmoil often stems from a disconnect with our source. Iman closes that gap, creating a direct and personal connection to God that fills the void with peace and contentment. The Quran beautifully illustrates this idea, stating, "Unquestionably, by the remembrance of Allah, hearts are assured." This short verse captures the essence of Iman. It is not about intellectual arguments or philosophical debates. It is about a state of the heart. It is the tranquility that comes from remembering your Creator throughout your day, in moments of joy and in times of hardship. This remembrance transforms your perspective. A difficult commute becomes an opportunity for patience. A successful project becomes a reason for gratitude. Faith infuses every moment with a layer of spiritual significance. Building this faith is a continuous journey, not a one-time decision. It is nurtured through reflection, learning, experiencing the world with an open heart. The Quran encourages us to look at the signs of God in the universe, the cycle of day and night, the creation of the heavens and the earth, the diversity of life. By consciously observing the world around us and reflecting on its intricate beauty and order, we strengthen our Iman. This active engagement with our faith is the first and most crucial step in building a life of profound fulfillment and unshakable inner peace. Once the foundation of faith is established, the next step is to build upon it with a clear sense of purpose, or maqsad. The Quran teaches that every human being has been created with a noble purpose. We are not just here to eat, sleep, work. We are here to be representatives or Khalifa of God on earth. This is a powerful and empowering idea. It means that your life has intrinsic value and a grand objective: to be a force for good, to cultivate justice, to care for the world and its inhabitants. Your maqsad is the unique way in which you will fulfill this collective responsibility, using the specific talents, skills, and opportunities that God has given you. Discovering your personal maqsad is a journey of self-exploration, guided by your faith. It involves looking inward and asking profound questions. What are my core values? What am I truly passionate about? How can I use my strengths to serve others and contribute to my community? This is not about finding a single narrow job title, but about identifying a guiding principle for your life. For one person, their purpose might be found in raising a compassionate and just family. For another, it could be through ethical entrepreneurship that creates opportunities for others. For a third, it might be through art that inspires and uplifts the human spirit. Your purpose is the intersection of your talents and the world's needs. When your daily actions are aligned with this higher purpose, your life gains a new dimension of meaning. Work is no longer just a way to earn a paycheck. It becomes an act of worship and service. Family responsibilities are not just chores, they are a means of nurturing the next generation of conscientious individuals. Community service is not just an obligation, it is a direct expression of your role as God's representative on earth. The Quran emphasizes that every good deed, no matter how small, is recognized and rewarded when done with the right intention. This mindset transforms your entire life into a continuous act of purpose-driven living, where even the smallest actions contribute to a greater goal. To make this practical, start by reflecting on your values. Write down what matters most to you: honesty, compassion, justice, creativity. Then set goals that are aligned with these values. Instead of just aiming for a promotion, aim to become a more ethical and supportive leader in your workplace. Instead of just saving money, plan how you can use your resources to help your family or support a cause you believe in. This conscious alignment of your daily goals with your ultimate maqsad is what separates a life of frantic activity from a life of focused fulfillment. It is the secret to turning your potential into a powerful and positive impact on the world. The word Islam itself is often misunderstood. In its Quranic meaning, it signifies a state of submission. Not a submission of coercion or weakness, but a conscious, willing submission to the will of God. It might sound restrictive, yet the Quran presents it as the ultimate form of liberation. Freedom from the tyranny of our own ego. Freedom from the endless chase for societal approval. Freedom from the anxiety of trying to control every outcome in our lives. By submitting to a higher, benevolent power, we are freed from these burdens. It acknowledges we are not the sole architects of our destiny. True peace comes from aligning our will with the divine will. This submission is not blind obedience. The Quran calls believers to think, reflect, and use their intellect. It is an intelligent submission based on trust, iman. Guidance from the Creator is for our benefit, like a loving parent setting boundaries to protect a child. Accepting guidance frees us from being slaves to whims, desires, or fluctuating opinions. We gain a clear, consistent moral compass. That compass provides clarity in a world of confusion and moral ambiguity. Consider practical implications. Facing a setback. Submission lets you see it not as personal failure, but as part of a larger plan you may not yet understand. This fosters resilience and patience. Achieving success. Submission encourages humility and reminds you accomplishments are blessings from God. This guards against arrogance and entitlement. Islam acts as a psychological buffer for emotional and spiritual equilibrium. It's a liberating act of letting go of what you cannot control and focusing energy on what you can: your intentions, your actions, your character. This state is a daily practice. Renew it in simple moments of gratitude when you wake up. Renew it in the pause before making a decision. Renew it in the quiet acceptance when things don't go your way. Practically, incorporate moments of surrender into your day. Before a difficult task, say a short prayer: I entrust this matter to you. When anxious about the future, remind yourself to trust God's plan. This practice frees up immense mental and emotional energy, allowing you to live more freely, lightly, and with inner peace independent of external circumstances. The Quran frames our entire existence on earth as both a test and an opportunity. This perspective is crucial for building a resilient and purpose-driven life. The idea of life as a test is not meant to be intimidating. It is not meant to be anxiety-inducing. Rather, it is an empowering framework that gives meaning to our struggles. Every difficulty we face, a health issue, a financial hardship, a personal conflict, is seen as a test of our character. It is an opportunity to cultivate virtues like patience, sabr, perseverance, trust in God. Viewing challenges through this lens prevents us from falling into victimhood and instead encourages us to rise to the occasion with strength and grace. This test is not a pass or fail exam with a single correct answer. Instead, it is a dynamic process of growth and refinement. God is not trying to catch us making mistakes. He is providing us with a curriculum designed for our spiritual development. The Quran says, "And we will surely test you with something of fear, hunger, a loss of wealth, lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient." This verse reassures us that trials are a normal part of the human experience and that the key to navigating them is patience. This reframes adversity from pointless suffering into a meaningful exercise designed to strengthen our soul and bring us closer to our Creator. Simultaneously, life is presented as a magnificent opportunity. We are given a finite amount of time, a unique set of talents, the capacity for free will. This is our chance to do good, make a positive impact, and earn a reward that transcends this temporary world. Every day is a fresh opportunity to be kind, seek knowledge, help someone in need, be grateful for our blessings. This dual perspective of test and opportunity creates a healthy sense of urgency and mindfulness. It encourages us to make the most of every moment, knowing that our time here is both precious and purposeful. To live with this awareness, we can practice daily gratitude and accountability. Start each day by reflecting on your blessings. End each day by reflecting on your blessings. This simple act shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, framing your life as an abundant opportunity. At the same time, gently hold yourself accountable for your actions. Ask yourself, did I use my time wisely today? Was I patient in my trials? Did I seize my opportunities to do good? This regular self-assessment is not about guilt, but about conscious improvement. It ensures that you are actively engaging with your life's tests and making the most of your opportunities, building a legacy of purpose, one day at a time. After establishing a foundation of faith and purpose, the Quran turns our attention outward to how we interact with the world. A fulfilling life is not lived in a vacuum. It is deeply intertwined with our relationships and our ethical conduct. The blueprint places immense value on character, honesty, SIDQ, and justice, ADL, as two of its most critical pillars. Honesty is not just the absence of lying, it is a complete alignment between your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It is about being truthful with yourself, with others, and with God. The Quran commands, "Be mindful of God and be with those who are true." Truthfulness is a defining quality of faith and a cornerstone of healthy society. Justice is an active, uncompromising principle applied in every sphere of life, even when it goes against your own interests or the interests of those you love. It means giving every person their due right, in a court of law, in a business transaction, in a family dispute. The Quran says, "O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm in justice, even if it be against yourselves or parents and relatives." This challenges us to rise above bias and tribal loyalty. Justice is a divine, non-negotiable standard for a fair world, essential for collective fulfillment. In everyday terms, our character is our true currency. Honesty at work is more than not stealing office supplies. It's giving a full day's effort for a full day's pay and representing your products or services truthfully. It means admitting mistakes instead of shifting blame. Justice in daily life can be simple: paying a fair price for goods, dividing chores equitably at home, listening to all sides before judging. Small, consistent choices build integrity and trust, the bedrock of meaningful relationships. Living by these principles creates inner clarity and outward respect. Known for honesty and justice, you attract trust. There is deep peace in having nothing to hide and knowing you've acted fairly. Start with small acts of radical honesty. Speak the truth kindly, even when it's difficult. In conflict, seek the just solution, not just the one that benefits you. Embodying honesty and justice translates faith into action and builds a life of substance. Section 2. The ripple effect of kindness and forgiveness. Beyond the firm principles of honesty and justice, the Quran softens the edges of human interaction with the gentle yet powerful ethics of kindness, ihsan, and forgiveness, AFW. Ihsan is a beautiful concept that means to do things in a state of excellence, as if you can see God. When applied to relationships, it means treating others with a level of kindness and compassion that goes beyond mere politeness. A friendly smile to a stranger, a helping hand for a neighbor carrying groceries, a word of encouragement for a colleague who is struggling. The Quran reminds us that God is with those who do good, suggesting that kindness is a direct channel to divine presence and a source of immense blessing in our lives. Hand in hand with kindness comes the difficult but transformative practice of forgiveness. The Quran recognizes that human beings are fallible. We will make mistakes, and we will hurt one another. In response to this reality, it consistently promotes a culture of pardon and reconciliation over one of vengeance and resentment. Forgiveness is presented not as a sign of weakness, but as an act of profound spiritual strength. The Quran poses a powerful question: would you not like that Allah should forgive you? Linking our ability to forgive others with our own desire to be forgiven by God. This reframes forgiveness as an act of self-interest, freeing ourselves from the poison of bitterness and opening our hearts to receive divine mercy. The impact of these virtues creates a positive ripple effect that can transform our relationships and communities. A single act of kindness can brighten someone's entire day. That person may then be inspired to be kind to someone else. It breaks cycles of negativity and builds bridges of connection. Forgiveness, similarly, has the power to heal deep wounds within families and friendships. Choosing to let go of a grudge can stop a conflict from festering for years, allowing for a fresh start and the restoration of love and harmony. These are not passive emotions. They are active choices that require courage and intention, but yield the incredible reward of peaceful and loving relationships. To bring these ethics into your life, start with small, manageable actions. Set a daily intention to perform at least one act of unsolicited kindness. This could be as simple as sending a thoughtful text message, holding a door open with a genuine smile. When it comes to forgiveness, start with yourself. Forgive yourself for a past mistake. Think of a small hurt someone has caused you and make the conscious decision to let it go in your heart, not for their sake, but for your own peace. Practicing kindness and forgiveness daily softens the heart, reduces stress, and makes you a source of light and comfort to those around you, building a truly rich and fulfilling social existence. Section 3. Weaving the social fabric, the family, and community. The Quran sees individuals not as isolated islands, but as threads in a larger social fabric, with the family unit as its most foundational weave. A great deal of guidance is dedicated to fostering a family environment built on love, mercy, and mutual respect. The relationship between spouses is described as a source of tranquility. Verse, "And of his signs is that he created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy." This sets the tone for a partnership based on emotional support and compassion. Relationship with parents, kindness and respect, especially as they age. Children, raised with guidance and care. This emphasis extends outward to the wider community. The Quran fosters collective identity and mutual responsibility. Neighbors have special rights. The Prophet's saying about not sleeping full while a neighbor is hungry is shown as on-screen text. This dissolves the walls between homes and encourages active support. Community becomes a support network for joys and difficulties. Building a fulfilling life means investing time and energy into primary relationships. Make family a priority as a source of joy and spiritual reward. Being present with your spouse, listening actively to your children, making time to honor and care for your parents. In the community, get to know your neighbors. Offer help when you see a need. Participate in local events. These actions weave you into the social fabric and combat loneliness. Simple steps. Schedule regular device-free family time. A shared meal, a walk in the park. Check in on an elderly relative. Check in on a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. For your community, start with a simple greeting. Learn names of your neighbors. Offer to collect their mail when they're away. These small gestures strengthen bonds of family and community. They build a network of love and support. A reflection of the Quran's social blueprint. Section 4. The duty of care, charity, and social responsibility. The Quranic vision of an ethical life culminates in a profound sense of social responsibility, encapsulated in the practice of charity. Charity is not an optional act of generosity for the wealthy, but a fundamental duty for every believer, a right that the needy have over the wealth of the more fortunate. The Quran institutionalizes this through two main forms. Zakat. Zakat is an obligatory annual donation, calculated as a specific percentage of accumulated wealth. It purifies wealth and redistributes resources to alleviate poverty and support community infrastructure. It is a powerful tool for social justice and economic balance. Sadaqah. Beyond zakat, sadaqah refers to any voluntary act of giving. It's the broadest expression of generosity and not limited to money. The Quran and the Prophet expand this to any act of goodness. A smile is a form of charity. Removing a harmful object from the road is charity. Guiding someone who is lost is charity. This makes generosity accessible to everyone, regardless of financial status. We can all be givers. Our most valuable assets are our time, our skills, our compassion. This emphasis on giving has a dual purpose. It addresses social inequality and provides a safety net for the vulnerable. It ensures no one is left behind, and the community thrives. On a deeper level, charity purifies the spirit. Attachment to wealth can harden the heart, making one selfish and fearful. The act of giving breaks this attachment. It cultivates empathy, gratitude, and connection to our shared humanity. It's a practice of letting go of ego and sharing blessings. Integrating this duty of care is a direct path to fulfillment. Start by committing to a regular form of giving, however small. Automate a monthly donation to a cause you believe in. Don't stop at money. Give your time and skills. Volunteer at a local shelter, mentor a young person, or offer to listen to a friend in need. Practice sadaqah through acts of kindness, helpful words, and a generous spirit. Consistent giving will not diminish you. It will expand your heart and fill your life with purpose and connection. Section 1. The rhythm of ritual. Prayer and reflection. The foundations of faith. The principles of ethics. But to bring that structure to life, you need to lay the bricks, day by day. This is the role of daily practice. The Quran introduces a rhythm to the believer's life through the institution of formal prayer, or salah, performed 5 times a day. Salah is more than just a ritual. It is a spiritual lifeline. It is a recurring appointment with your Creator. It punctuates your day, pulling you away from worldly distractions and recentering your focus. Each prayer is a moment to pause. Express gratitude, seek guidance, reaffirm your purpose. This consistent practice builds a powerful spiritual discipline. It creates islands of peace in the ocean of daily life. Beyond the structured prayers, the Quran encourages a constant state of reflection and remembrance, known as dhikr. Keep God in your thoughts and on your tongue throughout the day. Whisper words of praise while driving. Feel gratitude while eating. Contemplate the beauty of a sunset. This ongoing conversation with the divine transforms mundane activities into opportunities for spiritual connection. It keeps the heart soft and the mind aware of a higher reality, prevents you from becoming completely consumed by material pursuits. Reflection is the thread that weaves spiritual consciousness through your day, not just during formal worship. These daily practices create a powerful feedback loop. Your prayers give you the clarity to act ethically. Your ethical actions make your prayers feel more meaningful. They ground ideals in a tangible, repeatable routine. Think of it as a form of spiritual hygiene. Just as you wash your body daily to stay clean, you cleanse your soul daily through prayer and remembrance to stay spiritually healthy. This consistent cleansing prevents the buildup of stress, negativity, heedlessness. It ensures your connection to purpose remains strong. Your inner compass is recalibrated several times a day, keeping you on the path to a fulfilled life. To begin integrating this, you do not need to be perfect overnight. Start small. Designate a few specific times in your day for quiet reflection, even if just 2 minutes. Schedule these pauses on your calendar like any other important meeting. During these moments, breathe deeply. Express gratitude for 3 things in your life. If new to formal prayer, begin by learning its basic components. Try to perform it once or twice a day. The key is consistency, not intensity. These small, steady rituals are the building blocks of a stable, spiritually grounded existence. Section 2. The Middle Path. Finding balance in work and rest. A core principle woven throughout the Quran is the concept of wasatiyya, or the middle path. This is the principle of balance, of avoiding extremes in all aspects of life. The Quran advises against both excessive asceticism and hedonistic indulgence. A fulfilling life is not found in renouncing the world entirely, nor is it found in chasing endless pleasure. Instead, it is found in a harmonious equilibrium between our spiritual needs and our worldly responsibilities, between our work and our rest. This divine guidance acknowledges our human nature. We need to work and be productive, but we also need to rest, recharge, and enjoy the lawful blessings God has provided. This balance is especially critical in our modern culture, which often glorifies relentless hustle and productivity at the expense of well-being. The Quran provides a powerful antidote to burnout by sanctifying rest. The night is described as a time for rest and the day as a time for livelihood. This natural rhythm encourages us to work diligently during the day, but to fully disconnect and recharge at night. This is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It is a divine command to honor our bodies' and minds' need for recovery. By embracing this balanced approach, we can sustain our efforts over the long term, avoiding the cycle of intense work followed by inevitable collapse. The middle path also applies to our relationship with work and family. While providing for one's family is a noble and rewarded act, the Quran warns against becoming so engrossed in work and wealth accumulation that we neglect our primary relationships. Your career is a part of your life, not the entirety of it. True fulfillment comes from succeeding in all your roles, as a professional, as a spouse, as a parent, and a community member. This requires making conscious choices to set boundaries. It means turning off your work phone during dinner, being fully present with your children, and dedicating quality time to your loved ones. This balance ensures that your success is holistic and meaningful. To apply this principle, conduct a simple audit of your life. Where are you out of balance? Are you working too much and resting too little? Are you spending too much time on digital distractions and not enough on real-world connections? The Quran encourages us to enjoy the good things of this life, but not to transgress the limits. A practical step is to schedule your rest and leisure time with the same seriousness you schedule your work. Block out time for family, for hobbies, and for simple, quiet solitude. This intentional balancing act is not about doing less. It is about living more fully and sustainably, creating a life that is both productive and deeply peaceful. Section 3. The Vessel of the Soul. Nurturing body and mind. The Quran teaches that our bodies are not merely vehicles we inhabit. They are a trust, an amana, from God. We have a responsibility to care for this trust. A fulfilling life is difficult to achieve if you are constantly battling illness and fatigue due to neglect. Therefore, nurturing your physical and mental health is not an act of vanity, but an act of faith. This begins with mindful eating. The Quran advises, eat and drink, but be not excessive. Indeed, He likes not those who commit excess. This simple directive promotes moderation and consciousness in our consumption, a powerful counter-narrative to modern diets often characterized by overindulgence and thoughtlessness. This duty of care extends beyond diet to include physical activity and cleanliness. The body is designed for movement, and maintaining its strength and agility is part of honoring the trust. While the Quran does not prescribe specific exercises, the principle of maintaining one's physical vessel is clear. This could mean taking regular walks, engaging in a sport, or simply stretching daily. Furthermore, physical purity is closely linked to spiritual purity. The requirement to perform ablution, wudu before prayer, for example, serves as a regular, ritualized act of washing, reminding us of the importance of both outer cleanliness and inner purification. A healthy body provides the energy and clarity needed to fulfill our purpose. Just as we must care for the body, we must also care for the mind. The quest for knowledge is highly encouraged in the Quranic tradition. Seeking beneficial knowledge, religious or worldly, keeps the mind sharp, engaged, and growing. This prevents mental stagnation and opens new pathways for understanding ourselves and the world. In an age of information overload, this also means being selective about what we feed our minds. It involves limiting exposure to negativity, gossip, and mindless entertainment that dull the intellect and disturb our inner peace. A healthy mind is a clear and focused mind, capable of deep reflection and wise decision-making. To put this into practice, start by making one small, positive change to your health habits. It could be as simple as replacing one sugary drink with water each day, or committing to a 10-minute walk every morning. Pay attention to how you feel after you eat, and gradually move towards foods that give you energy and vitality. For your mental health, dedicate a small portion of your day to learning something new. Read a chapter of an informative book, listen to an educational podcast, or take an online course. By treating your body and mind as a precious trust, you build the physical and mental resilience required to navigate life's challenges and pursue a life of holistic well-being. Section 4. The Guarded Gates, Mindful Speech and Spending. The final daily practice in our blueprint for a fulfilled life involves guarding two critical gates: the mouth, through which we speak, and the wallet, from which we spend. The Quran places a profound emphasis on mindful speech. Our words have the power to build or destroy, to heal or to wound. We are advised to speak to people good words, and to avoid gossip, slander, and pointless arguments. Before speaking, a mindful believer asks themselves, is what I am about to say true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? This internal filter prevents us from causing harm and elevates our communication from mere noise to a tool for fostering connection and understanding. This mindfulness extends to what we refrain from saying. The Quran warns against lagh, which can be described as vain talk, idle talk, or toxic talk. This is the kind of speech that serves no purpose other than to waste time or create discord. Engaging in gossip or backbiting is particularly condemned, as it poisons relationships and darkens the heart. A person striving for a fulfilled life understands that their words are a reflection of their inner state. By purifying their speech, they are also purifying their soul. They choose to use their voice to encourage, to advise gently, to reconcile, and to speak the truth with wisdom and compassion, thereby contributing to a more positive social environment. The second gate to guard is our spending. Just as we are accountable for our words, we are accountable for how we use the resources God has given us. The Quran promotes a balanced approach to wealth. It is not to be hoarded greedily, nor is it to be squandered frivolously. We are encouraged to spend in a way that is both responsible and generous. This means fulfilling our own needs and the needs of our families without extravagance, and it also means dedicating a portion of our wealth to charity and helping others. Mindful spending is about making conscious choices that align with our values rather than being driven by impulsive desires or societal pressures to consume. To practice this, start by tracking both your words and your expenses for a single day. At the end of the day, reflect. Were your conversations uplifting and purposeful? Did you engage in any idle talk or gossip? Look at your spending. Was it necessary? Was it moderate? Did it align with your long-term goals and values? This simple act of observation is the first step toward change. You can then set a small goal, such as going a full day without saying anything negative or setting aside a specific amount from each paycheck for charity before spending on anything else. By mastering these two domains, you gain immense control over your life. ensuring your actions and resources are all directed towards building a life of meaning and balance. Section 1. The Journey. Within. A recap. We have journeyed through a comprehensive blueprint for a truly fulfilled life, as drawn from the timeless wisdom of the Quran. Our exploration has been structured around three fundamental and interconnected pillars: belief and purpose, ethics and relationships, daily practice and balance. We began our journey at the very source of fulfillment: belief and purpose. We learned that a deep-seated faith, or iman, acts as an unshakable anchor in the turbulent seas of life. It provides the stability and inner peace that so many of us seek. This faith then illuminates our unique purpose, our maqsad, transforming our daily efforts from mere actions into profound acts of service and worship, guided by the liberating principle of submission, or Islam. From this internal foundation, we moved outward to explore the crucial domain of ethics and relationships. A life of fulfillment is not a solitary pursuit. It is woven into the very fabric of our connections with others. The Quran instructs us to trade in the currency of character, honesty, siddiq, justice, adl. We then saw how these firm principles are softened and enriched by the gentle yet powerful virtues of kindness, ihsan, and forgiveness, AFW, which have the power to heal wounds and build bridges. This ethical conduct is the glue that holds together our most vital relationships, strengthening the family unit and fostering a supportive, cohesive community built on mutual care and responsibility. Finally, we delved into the practical, daily application of these ideals through daily practice and balance. It is here, in the small, consistent habits of our everyday lives, that belief and ethics are forged into reality. The rhythm of daily prayer, salah, and constant reflection, dhikr, keeps our spiritual connection alive and vibrant, recalibrating our inner compass throughout the day. We discussed the critical importance of the middle path, finding a harmonious balance between diligent work and necessary rest, our professional ambitions and our family commitments. This holistic approach reminds us that our bodies and minds are a sacred trust to be nurtured with healthy habits, mindful consumption, and the pursuit of knowledge. These three pillars are not separate compartments but integrated facets of a single, holistic vision for human flourishing. Faith without good character is hollow, and good character without consistent practice is unsustainable. It is the synergy between the why, our purpose, the how, our ethics, and the what, our daily actions, that unlocks the door to a life of deep contentment, resilience, and meaning. This blueprint shows us that fulfillment is not a destination to be arrived at, but a state of being to be cultivated, moment by moment, day by day, through conscious and purposeful living. Section 2. The first step on a lifelong path. Recapping this profound blueprint might feel overwhelming, as if there are 100 things you need to change at once. But that is not the message. The Quran's guidance is practical and compassionate, recognizing that transformation is gradual. The journey to a fulfilled life is not a sprint. It is a marathon, built one step at a time. The most powerful changes begin with a single, small, sincere action. Don't try to overhaul your life overnight. Choose one small, practical step and commit to it today. Your journey begins with the simple intention to start: belief and purpose. 2 minutes each morning in quiet gratitude. Ethics and relationships. One unsolicited act of kindness for a family member. One unsolicited act of kindness for a colleague. One unsolicited act of kindness for a stranger. A word of encouragement. A helping hand. A genuine smile. Small acts are like seeds. Planted with sincerity, they grow into trees. Daily practice and balance. Put your phone away during dinner. Guard your speech. Going a single day without uttering a complaint or engaging in idle gossip. Intent matters more than the exact action. Each small choice is a victory, a declaration of ownership over your growth. A fulfilling life is the sum of thousands of small choices. The Quran leaves us with this promise: So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. This powerful verse is a reminder that no good deed, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Every moment of patience, every act of kindness, every word of truth is seen, recorded, and will bear fruit. Your life is a collection of these atoms of goodness. So, I leave you with this final call to action reflect. Choose one small change and act. Take that first step on your path today and trust that the journey of 1,000 miles, the journey toward a truly fulfilled life, begins right now with that single beautiful step.